There are huge disparities in this country based on race.
Absolutely.
And they cannot be denied, and they must be addressed.
This country should address slavery, the original sin of slavery, including by looking at reparations.
We must confront the dark history of slavery and government-sanctioned discrimination in this country that has had many consequences, including undermining the ability of black farmers to build wealth in America for generations. Talking about reparations, it has come up on the campaign trail.
Issues like this are going to continue to come up in a Democratic primary when you don't have a clear frontrunner.
Right.
And these kinds of issues, I mean, similar in 2016 when you had 17 Republicans running, one of the ways that the now President Trump really differentiated himself was by taking, I think, what a lot of the Republican establishment would have said were pretty controversial stands on immigration.
Maybe this business about Kamala Harris coming out for reparations, maybe this is her wall. It cites her base, but it will never be built.
As a result of the legacy of slavery, you have massive levels of inequality. It has to be addressed, and it has to be addressed now.
So what is your position specifically on reparations?
What does that mean? What do they mean? I'm not sure that anyone's very clear. What I've just said is that I think we must do everything that we can to address the massive level of disparity that exists in this country. What do you mean by reparations?
By reparations for slave defendants.
I know, but what does that mean exactly?
Money.
Well, I think that right now our job is to address the crises facing the American people and our communities. And I think there are better ways to do that than just writing out a check.
It's not even just about that. It's about entrepreneurial development. It's about access to capital. It's about healing, much like the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in South Africa.
We have a history of racism in America.
So you are for some type of
Yes, I am.
reparation? Okay.
Yes, I am.
I'm frankly kind of stunned, as we just saw, too radical for Bernie. Barack Obama never touched it, that Senator Harris, Elizabeth Warren would come out for this.
I couldn't support this more. I'm a conservative. I want the Republican to win. And Tom's absolutely right. This kind of moral idiocy is poison in the swing states.
It is long overdue for a national dialogue dealing with what happened to African Americans as slaves.
But Mike, I'm still puzzled. How does this work? My beautiful wife escaped from the Democrats' favorite communist hellhole, Cuba. How much does she owe? And my great-great-grandfather, he fought with the Union Army. Do I get a discount? How does this work? It's stupid. It's immoral. And I want the Democrats to keep doing it and self-destruct.
So the bill is not a check. The bill is, as those thoughtful Democratic presidential candidates have said, they have indicated that we have suffered because of racism.
When we get to the details, if this continues to be a theme, it'll be more about trying to work on income inequality, trying to make sure that poor people, both African Americans and Latinos, as they mentioned, have more opportunities and have policies that can help them. Whether or not it ends up being a check, which is probably what people think of when they hear reparations, I'm not so sure that's what they're talking about.